Welcome to Math Group 1 with Ms. Torres. I want us to be able to learn and grow our brains today. Our main goal is growing our brains. So make sure that you are all in for this lesson today. All you're going to need is a pencil and some paper. Let's get started. So you are in Math Group 1 with me. I want us to be able to go through some of our learning objectives for today. So I'm going to just move myself over. Our learning objectives are being able to know our number names and count sequences, being able to count to tell the number of objects, sort objects and count the number of objects in each category, understand addition, which means to add to, and understand subtraction as taking away from, and explore the relationships between numbers using number bonds. So as you are with me in this math group, these are our learning objectives that we need to check off and be able to say, yes, we know how to do this, and this is what's going to get us to grow our brain and to get to first grade. Some ways that we can continue this learning at home is making sure that we are touching and counting objects together. So if you have a group of toys or you have some objects, being able to touch that object and count it. Move those objects into a line or circle and count them again. Use different ways to model your counting. Another thing you can do is make a set of numbers from 1 to 10 on paper, like flashcards. Show that number of fingers and ask, how many fingers am I holding up? Switch and have a parent or a sibling help you and see if you can make it into a fun game. Another thing, parents, when you're cooking or you are making some food or lunch or breakfast, have your scholar in the kitchen with you helping. Tell them, I need this many things from the pantry. I need this many things from the refrigerator. Have them be able to count those objects and tell you how many they have. And then another thing you can do is sing songs that involve counting. So the Ants Go Marching, This Old Man, 8 Little Ducks Are Not to Play, and Monkeys Jumping on the Bed are really great songs for counting forwards and backwards. So one thing you can do is you can count the math way. Our goal today is being able to count to 20 the math way. So we're going to do a little bit of practice with that. Parents, when I say count the math way, I want scholars to start with their left pinky and move toward their thumb, from their pinky to their thumb, from their thumb to their other pinky on their hand. So we're going to do a little bit of practice first. This is our fluency for today. All right, so our fluency today, we are going to do some counting the math way. I'm going to put my hands up. We can always start at 0, and then we can start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now we know how to go 10. So let's do some say 10 push-ups. We say 10 and 1, 10 and 2, 10 and 3, 10 and 4, 10 and 5, 10 and 6, 10 and 7, 10 and 8, 10 and 9, 10, 10. Awesome job, scholars. You should give yourself a round of applause. We are going to move on with our fluency, and we are going to do some hidden numbers. Today we're going to work with 5, just making sure that we can do some simple numbers first before we move on into some bigger numbers. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to touch and count my fish. So can you help me count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we have how many? 10, you're right. So next we're going to put an X on 5 of the fish. So I'm going to choose 5 fish and I'm going to put an X on them. I like these fish over here because they're in a group. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this little guy over here makes 5. So we're not going to count those fish right now. Pretend that all of those fish swam away. So we're going to circle a group of 4 fish that didn't swim away. So let's look at this. I see some fish. I'm not going to circle all of them because when I count them, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I can circle 4 of them. So we're going to circle 4 of them. How many fish are left? Do you see the fish that's not in that circle? There's only 1 fish left. And how many fish did not swim away? 5 fish altogether. That's right. You were able to look and see that there are still 5 fish that did not swim away. Okay, so now this time we are going to circle another group. We're going to erase this. Whoops, drop my marker there. We are going to now circle another group. We're going to put an X on 5 fish again to show that that group swam away. So let's put an X. 1, 2, 3. Let's switch it up. 4. Let's do this one. 5. Oh my goodness. How many fish did not swim away? Do you see the fish that did not swim away? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fish did not swim away. So this time we are going to circle 2. Let's circle 2. I circled a group of 2. How many fish are not in my group? Can you count them with me? 1, 2, 3. I have 3 fish that are not in my group, and I circled 2 fish in a group. How many fish do I have all together? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome job, scholars. Okay, we are going to move into our application problem next. We're going to keep practicing our hidden numbers to 5. We'll do that practice on Thursday. I want to get to some higher numbers, but I wanted to make sure that you understood what it was like to do some hidden number practice. All right, our application problem for today. I want you to think about this. You know, we're at home right now, and a lot of us were supposed to be in sports, or we were supposed to do some after-school activities, and we're not really doing those things right now. But that doesn't mean that we have to stop practicing. So my son, Gio, he was supposed to be in T-ball this year, and he didn't get a chance to do that, but that doesn't mean that he has to stop practicing. So he has a collection of baseballs, and we're going to count those baseballs. So I'm going to put some baseballs out, and we're going to count them. Ooh, so many. You know, it's really great to be able to go outside and kick a ball or throw a ball or just have some fun and get some sun. I know that we're inside a lot and we have to learn and grow our brains, but that doesn't mean our learning has to stop. When we're outside, we can count how many toys we have. We can count the birds we see. We can count the cars outside. Learning doesn't stop. Math is really important for us, and being able to count, especially groups of numbers, is really important too. So let's count our group. When I count, I need to make sure, especially when they're scattered like this, that I start at one point and I count them all the way around. This is our number path. So when I'm looking at this, I have to make a path. I can start at one of the baseballs, and I'm going to use my marker to kind of make a path. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to make sure that I counted that correctly. I'm not going to rush with my counting. I'm going to go back and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Did you get the same number as me? Did you get 11? How do I write 11? 11 is a 1 and a 1. 11. Or when we do it the say 10 way, when we do our say 10 push-ups, we say 10 and 1. Okay, let's try again. I'm going to look at some more baseballs. You know, Gio has so many baseballs he's been practicing with. So we want to make sure that we continue to count all of them because I have so many more that I need to count. All right, let's get some more. I'm going to, let's put them. This time, let's put our baseballs in a circle. Oh, I have to make sure that I am counting and that I am not counting the same object over and over and over because then that's going to mess up my count. So when I'm counting, I have to start at one point. So remember, we start at an object and we go around and we stop. So I'm going to start here at this one. This time I'm not going to draw a line because if you think about it, if you have toys at home and you're counting them, you can't draw a line to connect them. We have to remember where we started at. So I'm going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Remember, I started here. I'm not going to count again. 9. Let's try that again. This time, I'm gonna use something to help me remember that that is where I started. So same with you. Let's say you're at home and you're trying to count all of your toys and you're not for sure what you need to do. I'm gonna use my eraser here. I'm gonna put it right here so I remember that's where I started at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got the same number. Okay, how do I write a 9? How do I write a 9? I have a circle and a line. Did you see how I wrote my 9? Let me do that again. 9. Circle and a line. Awesome job. Okay, now, what if we take all of these baseballs and we put them in a line and we count all of the baseballs that Gio has? Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh my goodness, he has so many baseballs. I'm so silly. Why did I buy so many baseballs? Okay, let's look at this. Let's count them together. And I want you to notice how I line them up. I did some 5 groups to help me with my counting. Do you see how I did that? I made some 5 groups. So much easier to count when numbers are in a 5 group. Okay, so let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep counting on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You got this. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm going to write 20 on here. 20. 20 is a 2 and a 0. 20. All right, scholars, thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to continue to work on our learning and counting and growing